What is going on, guys? Welcome into another episode of Milk Dogs. We're back at it. Andrew's here. We got some more fantasy football for you guys. We're coming in with the top 20 fantasy football wide receivers this year.
And
then
some
we're going
dark horses.
And 10 dark horses for y'all. All right, Andrew, let's get it started out. Who we got number one?
All right, number one, same as last year, we have Jamar Chase. Every year makes explosive plays, catches a ton of touchdowns. He had 17 last year, 1,700 yards. I mean, he's unstoppable.
Dude, yeah, he was just Burrow was finding him everywhere. I mean, he was a fantasy football nightmare for some people and God for other people.
Yeah.
Like if you're going against him, you didn't want to. Next we got Justin Jefferson. You know, Jefferson with Sam Darnold last year still had big plays. He had 28 plus 20 yard receptions. I mean, that's huge. There's not even anybody close on the list.
Yeah, even with J.J. McCarthy. I couldn't think of his last name.
Yeah.
Even with J.J., I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do to stop him. He's not going to make it hard for him to throw it to him.
Yeah.
I don't see any dip in his numbers at all unless he goes out there and he's just atrocious.
Yeah.
After him, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Even with Ben Johnson leaving, I mean, I don't think they're going to change anything that they do with Amon-Ra. He didn't get as many rushing attempts last year. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back a little this year. I know he complained a little bit after that first year, but if they get back to the trickery like they had with Ben Johnson, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets some of that production again. But I mean, he's going to get a ton of targets no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, Amon-Ra is just a solid player all around. I mean, he's just tough wide receiver. You know, he's fun to watch too. I mean, he's a competitor. That's for sure. That's why he's 3 on the list. Next, guys, we got Malik Neighbors. You know, last year, dude, he had 170 targets. A lot.
Yeah.
With
questionable quarterback.
I don't even know who the quarterbacks were at this point. Giants fans, let me know in the comments who the quarterbacks were throwing Malik Neighbors 170 targets.
But yeah, and that was with missing 2 games. He was still wide receiver 6 as a rookie. So I don't see him being outside of the top 5 with Russ or Jameis or maybe if Jackson Dart comes in.
Yeah.
But I don't see any drop in that. I mean, he's about as good as it gets at receiver.
Real quick, Aaron sat there and told me that Malik Neighbors is going to be the Triple Crown winner this year. I'm like, dude, that's coming from that's a Giants fan, though.
Yeah. I don't think he gets the catches. I think he makes too many big plays. I think they get those yards in chunks next year.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, I have CeeDee Lamb. I think even with George Pickens out there, I don't think he's going to take away too many targets from CeeDee. I think that's Dak's guy. And I think, he's too good to not get catches and yards every play. When he does catch it, he gets a ton of yards. I mean, he's a run after the catch beast. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't like the Cowboys, but CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he's a good wide receiver. I mean, he's solid. That's Dak's boy. Even with Dak out last year, Dak was out for games, wasn't he? He still got 152 targets. I mean, even without Dak. So, moving on though, we got Puka, our man Puka right here.
Yeah,
man,
he had some injury issues last year, but
and getting rid of Cooper Kupp.
They got Devontae Adams, but I don't think that takes away that much. I don't think Devontae Adams is going to hog too many targets or catches or anything.
Yeah.
I think as long as you have Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, I mean, Puka's going to get yards and catches and all kinds of production.
Yeah, I mean, missing 6 games, he's still, what was he, wide receiver 26?
Yeah.
I mean, he missed 6 games.
10 yards off of breaking 1,000 without playing 6 games.
Crazy.
After that, we have Brian Thomas. He was wide receiver 4 last year. I don't see a lot of change with him either. I mean, Travis Hunter's out there, but I mean, he's a rookie, and especially if he's playing both ways, I don't think he's going to be out on the field that much.
Yeah.
And without having Evan Ingram took a lot of targets last year.
Yeah.
So I think it's
And
pretty safe to say Brian Thomas is top 10 for sure.
yeah, and the uncertainty of who the running back's going to be, right? Because Travis Etienne kind of fell off near the end, and you got Bigsby that was pretty good, but I think they drafted a running back this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's just uncertainty behind in the backfield. So yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. definitely a solid pickup. Next, we got Drake London. With all the uncertainty at quarterback last year with Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix, he still ended up being wide receiver 5.
Yeah.
I mean, which is pretty solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he had
Uh,
100 catches. I mean,
158 targets.
I think consistency is going to be his best friend here. I think another year in the system is going to help. I think having a quarterback who is going to, build that relationship with him, I think that's the best thing that can happen with him.
Yeah,
We have him at 8. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's top 5 again.
yeah. Next, who we got?
Nico Collins. Um, I think he's another guy who's safe top 10 as long as CJ Stroud is out there playing. I mean, Nico's a beast.
Yeah, he missed 5 games
Um,
last year.
yeah, and he was still a top 25 receiver. He finished at 23
Yeah,
and broke 1,000 still. But yeah, I mean, he's unstoppable. So
yeah. I mean, that's definitely CJ's boy. It
yeah,
always has been.
definitely.
10, we got Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's just great every year.
Yeah,
He
1,000
just
yards every year.
he just does it every year. He always gets it done. So,
Yeah,
we got to give him a little bit of respect. Get him a 10.
and Baker was great last year. I mean, I don't see a big drop. I think he's one of the most consistent receivers there's ever been. So
Yeah, and I mean he even missed 3 games, still got over 1,000.
yeah. After that, we have Terry McLaurin. I think the biggest question mark with him is if he re-signs with the Commanders, which I think he will, but I think so. It's hard to put him top 10.
Yeah,
He's just outside. He's at 11, but if he's back with the Commanders, I think he jumps up a couple spots. Otherwise, I mean, I think he's right. I think he's top 15 for sure. It's just a matter of who's going to be throwing him the ball and
yeah,
how often is he going to get it? Because he was Jaden Daniels' guy. Um, I mean, he was tearing people up.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, Scary Terry. He didn't get that nickname for no reason.
yeah.
I mean, he's a solid wide receiver. I mean,
Had 13 touchdowns last year,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's going to get you a lot of points.
yeah. Moving on, we got AJ Brown with the Eagles. You know, this is a hard one, right? Because you got also Devontae Smith there, and you got Saquon,
And
but
Goddard.
and Goddard. But dude, AJ Brown still was solid last year. He was 20th.
Yeah,
He had the highest big plays. Yards per reception. He had 16.1 yards per reception.
yeah, he's a big play machine. He had 7 touchdowns,
He missed some
but
games.
yeah, he missed 4 games. And once they throw it downfield, I mean, it's him almost every time, unless Devontae Smith has burned somebody.
Yeah,
But he makes all kinds of plays, and I don't see him being under 1,000 yards next year. I mean, he was just over this past year.
yeah.
Uh, After that, we have Lad McConkey. Uh,
There you go, Gage.
yeah,
Lads on
this
the
is.
board.
I mean, this is or not
Herbert.
Justin
Yeah,
Fields. Justin
Justin
Herbert's.
might as well be Justin Fields. He's same trash.
Yeah, best and only target, just about. I mean, they've tried to get him help. I don't know if Quentin Johnson is ever going to develop, but
That's Gage's boy. Don't talk about
I hope he
that.
does. I hope he gets some hands. But right now, it's Lad McConkey
Or nothing
all year. And I mean, 82 catches, over 1,000 yards.
for a rookie.
He's going to get you points, yeah. And then, wide receivers and quarterbacks build chemistry every year. I don't see that getting any worse.
Yeah.
Um,
Move.
After that, yeah, we have Devonte Adams. This is, on the back nine of his career.
Yeah.
Gone out to the Rams. Matthew Stafford isn't going to hurt him. Um, the only thing is Puka's going to be taking targets.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get open. I think it's kind of just a better version of what Keenan Allen has been for the past few years, where he's going to be that guy who just gets open when they need him. He's
Yeah.
going to run routes exactly how you expect him to.
Yeah. I mean that was Devontae Adams like whole thing in Green Bay. Just getting open. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great route runner. He knows how to get off the ball. He knows how to get away from corners without touching them. So, I mean, he is getting up in age. So I don't know if he's going to still have the same boost to the same, get off as he has in years past. But
Yeah, but even last year, he was still wide receiver 11. I
yeah,
mean, he did have Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball as much as he physically could,
yeah.
so
Oh,
that
dude, they
helps.
they forced him. They force
Yeah,
fed
they
him
had
the ball.
140 targets, and he didn't catch about 40 of those. But
Yeah,
I think his efficiency probably gets better with the Rams.
yeah. Next, we got JSN. So you feel like he's got to be wide receiver one now in Seattle. You got Sam Darnold coming in. We don't know how Sam Darnold's going to be up there. He did pretty solid last year for the Vikings until he got to playoffs and choked.
Yeah,
That's what they do. But JSN was solid last year with DK. Now
yeah,
he's got Cooper Cup to battle with. But Cooper, we don't know what he's going to be like. He's been injury prone, had problems.
yeah.
So
And Jason, he was wide receiver 9. I think. Yeah, the biggest thing is Sam Darnold going to be as good when he doesn't have Stefanski? Is the biggest thing because
yeah,
is this Stefanski? No, O'Connell, Kevin
yeah, Kevin
O'Connell.
O'Connell, yeah,
Um, but I think
whatever no one
my
knows the
names
Viking
today,
stuff.
yeah, Justin Fields,
Yeah,
Stefanski. But
yeah.
I think without Kevin O'Connell,
Who
you
really cares
know,
about names, right?
who knows where Sam Darnold's
We're
going to
talking about
end
fantasy
up?
football. We want points.
Yeah. So JSN, we have him at 17. He could jump up. He could fall down even more.
Yeah.
Um, After that, we have Jacoby Myers. I think he is going to benefit from the change. He's a pretty clear wide receiver one for the Raiders. But I think he's going to benefit from all the new coaching changes, the quarterback change.
Geno Smith.
I think Geno's going to be the biggest thing because Jacoby Myers is kind of a downfield guy,
Yeah.
and Geno loves to throw bombs.
Yeah, and I
So
mean you're gonna have a lot of linebackers and safeties, free safeties. They're gonna be on Bowers, which is gonna leave Jacoby open. Plus, you're gonna have Genty in the back. So I mean, there's also gonna have to be linebackers watching that, right? So I
right,
mean, I feel like Jacoby Myers is a safe pick right here in the top 20.
yeah,
Like I mean, it's easy.
yeah,
Next we got this terrible, terrible, terrible guy named DJ Moore. Ain't nobody really care about, but we had to put a bear on here, I guess, right? For the top 20 list. DJ Moore, he
yeah.
sucks. He's not good.
We have
No,
him right outside of where he was last year. Last year he finished at 16.
yeah,
Now he has a new offensive coordinator. That offense just gets a little bit better every year. Between this year and last year,
yeah,
they revamped the O line a little bit. They get him some help,
yeah. They
but
revamped it by going to get a guy that let up 4 sacks in the Super Bowl. Good time.
regardless, the O line's gotten better.
Yeah,
Um, Quarterback is in his second year now, but he's developing a little bit. They have Ben Johnson. I'm sure they're drawing up plays for DJ.
yeah,
Um, and I think the biggest thing is Ben Johnson is really good at getting people in space. That's what he was great at with Amon Ra. And that's really what DJ Moore excels at is yards after the catch. And he hasn't really gotten a chance to do that because the Bears offensive coordinators essentially over the last few years.
yeah. I feel like DJ will be fine this year. I mean, coming into the second year with Caleb Williams, I feel like they're going to have better chemistry. You know,
Yeah. And
like
we
you
saw
said,
a few good corners leave the NFC North this year. So
who's that?
no more Jair. He didn't play much last year, but
He
no
ain't
more
played much in the
Jair.
last 3 years.
Um, the Lions have lost some D backs,
Yeah,
but I think DJ Moore is going to be pretty solid this year.
yeah. I feel like DJ will be fine this year.
After that, we have Tyreek Hill. He kind of fell off last year. The biggest thing, though, I think, was the quarterback play. Tua was hurt a lot. And then I also think that offense just got figured out a little bit because no one was really doing much after the first couple games. And it was just kind of a mess.
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill. I mean the loss of Johnny Smith will be definitely a big bonus for him because he took a ton of targets away from that whole
Yeah, they threw
offense.
him the ball so much.
Yeah, I mean, so Tyreek, he's coming in. I think he's 31 now. I mean, so he's getting up
Yeah.
there in age as well. Jalen Waddle, is he going to sit there and take the number one spot off the team? We don't know. I feel like Tyreek's still the number one guy
Yeah.
there.
And he said he just figured out the system this year. So we'll see. Maybe Tyreek has got it figured out now.
Yeah. Next, we're going to have the first, same team?
Yeah, the first wide receiver two as far as their teams
No,
go.
no, we had Puka and
Devontae
Devontae,
Adams,
yeah.
yeah.
So the second one, we got T. Higgins on the list.
Yeah.
Coming in Cincinnati. He missed 5 games last year, and he still ended up wide receiver 17.
Yeah.
With Jamar Chase dominating that offense. You know,
Yeah. And T. Higgins is, I mean, probably the best wide receiver two out there. Maybe Devontae Smith might be up there, but
yeah,
not a lot of names come to mind.
maybe George Pickens now
Yeah,
and Dallas
maybe.
because
But yeah, he's a beast, and I think this is another team where these guys have been around so long that they know who they're throwing it to, who it's going to. It's kind of like the Chiefs, where like every year like Travis Kelsey's going to get so many yards just because Mahomes knows where he's going to be all the time.
yeah,
That's kind of how it feels with not just Jamar Chase, but also T. Higgins.
yeah,
Like him, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase all have great chemistry.
yeah. They got that 3-man team because their
Yeah,
defense sucks.
yeah, they need it.
Yeah,
Last, we have Garrett Wilson. He finished right at 10 last year. The biggest thing is Justin Fields is the quarterback. And I think Fields will be a good fantasy quarterback this year. I think the issue is how good he's going to be passing the ball. There's been a lot of reports about practice issues with their pass game.
yeah. I mean,
So
Fields getting carted off for a dislocated toe.
yeah,
All kinds of stuff going up there.
so
Aaron Glenn went into the wrong system.
it's a tough scene in New York. But I think Garrett Wilson is good enough that he'll still get good production. Justin Fields throws a pretty good deep ball, so I think he'll get some big plays in. But that's the end of our official list. Now we get the dark horses going,
Oh yeah, here we go with the
and
dark horses.
yeah, first we have is Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Yeah,
who a lot of people think is going to be great this year.
yeah,
But the biggest thing is he's been a little questionable. This is another guy in practice where you see kind of slow routes happening, and that's not at all what we saw in college out of him.
yeah,
So it's going to be, are we going to see what we expect? Or is it going to be a little more of last year where it's kind of the Trey McBride show
yeah.
and he's just playing second fiddle?
I think second on the dark horse list, I'm gonna put old McMillan. I don't know how to say his first name. T.
Yeah.
McMillan. T Mac.
Yeah.
T Mac from the Panthers. You know, first rookie off the board for us. I'm gonna put T Mac there. I mean, who else? Who else does Bryce Young have to throw to? Would you say 90-year-old
Adam
Adam Thielen?
Thielen, yeah.
Yeah. So I
No, he
mean,
doesn't have a lot of targets. And McMillan was, I mean, he was a beast in college. He was very highly regarded.
yeah,
So I think he's going to work pretty well with them. I think it's just a matter of rookie wide receivers have been really hit or miss over the last few years, especially.
yeah.
But
I mean, last year was pretty solid.
yeah,
You had him down here doing pretty good.
yeah. Then after McMillan, we have Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
This is a guy. This is another one where it's kind of coming down to quarterback play. He had a pretty good year last year,
yeah,
and even then they had Levis and whoever else was coming in there. And this year you have Cam Ward, who's calling the team mid.
yeah. You had Calvin Ridley. You got Cam Ward calling him mid. You know, so
But I think if Cam Ward ends up being anything like he's supposed to, then Calvin Ridley's going to do fine. I mean, there's not a lot of other options to throw it to there,
yeah,
and so I think he's going to be a beast. But
yeah. I mean, moving on, I feel like DK Metcalf's got to be up here now because of I mean, you got Rodgers throwing him the ball now. I mean, Rodgers ain't as good as he's not as good as he used to be, obviously, but DK is their number one guy with two tight ends, like Smith. Smith and Fryermuth. I mean, I've seen all the news from practices is DK's been getting a lot of targets, a lot of balls. So
Yeah. And I think it's kind of similar to like Garrett Wilson last year. Still got plenty of targets, plenty of yards.
yeah,
I think it'll be a pretty similar situation. I think he'll do fine. Um, Outside of that, I think a guy who slips a lot in a lot of mocks and drafts that I've seen is Xavier Worthy,
yeah,
and I think it's kind of the return of Rashi Rice is what people are worried about.
yeah,
But I really don't see Worthy going away all that much. I think like his speed and athleticism is just too much to look past.
yeah,
But I don't see him really dropping all that much. I think he's going to keep making a lot of big plays for the Chiefs. But he's a guy that I see fall a lot in a lot of drafts.
yeah. Someone else that we ain't really talked about is I feel like Cortland Sutton is going to be a solid one.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be a good dark horse. I mean, he's just I mean, Bo Nix, that's his guy. He just got signed, big contract. I mean, yeah, they brought in Evan Ingram, but I mean, the run game still uncertain, really. But
But yeah, then there's all kinds of guys. I think Keon Coleman could be a guy who shows up.
yeah. I've been hearing a
Um,
lot of bad things about Keon, though. I've heard he's been struggling in training camp stuff.
yeah, I've heard some, but it's kind of another where they don't have a whole lot of receivers in Buffalo. So
Yeah,
in Buffalo, but yeah, I think he could show up. I think Debo could show up, especially if Terry doesn't re-sign with the Commanders.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah,
I mean, every offseason people make fun of Debo for looking fat and slow, but I mean, recently he's been looking pretty good out there.
yeah.
Um, and I hate to say it, I think Matthew Golden could end up being pretty good this year. Um,
I mean, of course, he's going to Green
he's
Bay.
another guy.
Jordan Love,
Him,
baby.
yeah, I think if he uses or if he plays anything like he did at Texas, I think then he's probably going to be pretty problematic. I think the only issue is at least 2 games out of the year he's going to get shut down by Jalen Johnson.
Who's that?
Um,
Ain't nobody
then
know. I
you know,
mean, the problem is another guy that I want to put on the list is Juwan Jennings. But I mean, the problem is like is Ricky Pearsall going to be the guy? Coming back. I don't know. I mean, Juwan Jennings did solid last year when Debo was hurt, when Brandon Ayuk was hurt. That's who they called on, Juwan Jennings.
yeah,
But
and I think another question with him is Christian McCaffrey going to be the guy again?
yeah,
So if you have Kittle taking targets, you have McCaffrey getting a bunch of carries again. You have if Ayuk ever ends up being how he's supposed to be, that could pose a lot of problems for someone like Jennings.
my
But
my
you
last
never
one I
know.
feel like that slips way down the list is probably Stephon Diggs.
Yeah,
He's like the only weapon in New England besides Hunter Henry, and their run game is like, you know, you got Stevenson, but I mean, other than that, I feel like Stephon Diggs, he gets his place now as number one again, like he did in Buffalo.
yeah, and I think if he plays anything like he was, I mean, last year we didn't see him a lot, but he was also a wide receiver 3 with the Texans.
Yeah,
But if he keeps playing like he has been for the past few years, then I think Drake May's going to throw him the ball a lot, just because who else is he going to really get it to?
yeah.
And he's a beast at just getting open. I mean, he had a few bad drops last year, but I mean that's not going to happen every play. So
Who's your last one?
my last one, I'm going to go with Luther Burden. I think legitimately this could be. I think DJ Moore is clearly our wide receiver 1, right?
Jesus Christ.
I think
I thought he was going to go someone legit, guys. My bad. I didn't know
I
he was going to
think
pick some
this,
random guy at
you
like
know,
ranked 100.
I think Romo Dunze, he's our physical vertical guy. Luther Burden, he's just a beast all around. I think he's going to be the guy who's running those under routes, catching balls, shades of Amon Ra. I think, I think as the year goes on, you're going to see more and more of Luther Burden. They said he's been great in practice. He's out there. He's talking in press conferences saying, "Get me the ball as much as you can. That's all my goal is this year, is to get targets."
That's everybody's goal.
but he's different.
No, he's built different, guys. He the bear. Rawr.
Exactly.
No. All right, guys. That's our top 20. And then I don't even know how many dark horse we gave you, like 10,
Yeah,
15. But that's
plenty.
a, yeah, I mean, that's plenty for a 12-man league, 10-man league, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of great receivers to pick from.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of wide receiver ones who are still going to be around. Chris Olave, Jerry Judy.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to get targets just because they're, the
The
only
one.
ones around.
Yeah. But thanks for tuning in,
Yeah.
guys. See you on the next one.